Adding the fact that Fellon Trump steers the US clearly into the direction of dictatorship. Example, corrupting the highest courts in the country, ignoring other court rulings, rendering the US government powerless, and putting the military on the street to not only arrest US citizens, but he wishes to shoot them, as he has openly stated on live TV. On top of all, immigration law enforcement violently attack people on the street, beat them up, and throw them in unmarked vehicles. And because news showing US tourists detained or deported over minor issues go viral fast, Germany and Spain, among other countries, have updated their travel advisory and warning citizens about unpredictable and often unpleasant border experiences in the US, which may include extensive questioning and in some cases even detention. And all that only because of the current political situation in the US. That is insane. What clear-minded person would consider spending their vacation in such a country? Especially now, after Fellon Trump has involved the US again in a war in the Middle East with his vanity bombing on Iran. What a gong show. The consequences for such behavior are obvious. Students ditching US universities, major conferences relocating, and families switching the US for friendlier vacation destinations. That means for local businesses relying on tourism, fewer customers, fewer tips, fewer shifts, and more empty beds, just to name a few. Even powerhouse cities like New York are feeling it. In 2025, New York City expects 800,000 fewer international visitors, wiping out nearly $4 billion in tourism revenue. And behind those numbers are real people. Uber and taxi drivers, hotel and museum staff, and even moms and pups running their little corner store. With disappearing tourism, jobs disappeared too. Meanwhile, Europe countries like France, Spain, and Germany seeing an increase in tourism. Spain projects over 260 billion in tourism revenue this year alone. And that does not come as a surprise. Europe is the most beautiful continent on the planet. 44 countries, different nationalities and identities, well-preserved cultural heritage, many different languages, well-developed and efficient infrastructure. This is Europe. Europe has incredible historic sites, significant cultural landmarks, breathtaking scenery. There is so much to discover in Europe. World-class cities, countless historic towns, idyllic villages, picturesque beaches, scenic mountains, magical fairy tale castles, and ancient ruins. And not to forget, Europe is the safest part of the world. To the US. The decline in tourism isn't just an isolated problem. No, it's actually a huge warning sign for a future downturn of the US economy. Something needs to happen fast.